Shalom. This is Brother Yair Bunyanim. Just coming with a quick lesson I pray be edifying to the flock. As always, before I get started, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors the apostles, the elders, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. And shalom to the hopeful elect. I saw this video yesterday, and it made me laugh. But, it shows some things like we've been saying for a while now, a good while. This place that you live in, America Babylon, it is done. Like, more and more as time continues to pass, you're going to keep seeing the downfall of this place in so many ways. But like I said, this video goes into that downfall. So check it out.
Yep, I'm being detained because I expressed my First Amendment right to burn the United States flag in public, not causing harm or causing any danger to any citizens or personnel in the area. Do this for every single one of you American citizens. We burn this flag in protest to that president who feels that it's his right to do whatever he wants, make whatever law he wants, regardless if it's legal or illegal. It is our First Amendment right to burn this flag, regardless of what the president says. Yes, remember your role.
So that's the video. As you see, that Edomite gentleman was burning the American flag, the flag of Babylon. And under was the First Amendment right, you're able to do that. Well, you were able to do it, but now Trump is signing executive orders making it where certain things have become illegal. As you saw in the video, it said stricter penalties are being enforced for doing particular things. But I looked it up, going into that, freedom of speech, because that's what that gentleman was doing. He was doing freedom of speech. So freedom of speech, it reads, the First Amendment of the United States Constitution protects freedom of speech, prohibiting Congress from abridging it. It also protects freedom of the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. These things we learned in school and stuff, but, it's been years and stuff since we left school. So it's always good to have a refresher of these particular amendments, these particular, so-called rights that the people of America Babylon have. The First Amendment protects speech in various ways, including expression, protest, school speech, truthful statements, government limitations, speech categories, and speech forms. And it goes in. I'll read one or two of these. It says expression. Individuals can express themselves through publication and dissemination. Protest. People can picket government agencies to protest misconduct or laws. And that's what that gentleman was doing. He was protesting for and picketing the government agencies to protect misconduct or laws. And that's what people are doing with this whole thing that's going on with ICE, immigration, customs, and enforcement. They are picketing these and protesting against these agencies, against the government, because they deem that the things that the government is doing is not right, which is, is not. But, they're going to do the things they're going to do because why? They have the authority. They have the authority. So, that Edomite gentleman was just expressing his First Amendment right. And because of the new laws being in place and being pushed, they came and put the cuffs on him and arrested him. Let's get this scripture right quick. This is Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the scripture comes up a good bit. Because righteousness is not in authority. And because of that, you're seeing, you can see that. Wicked is bearing rule. You see people mourning out here. They're sighing and crying for the things they're experiencing and seeing in America Babylon. That's what's going on. It's happening more and more as different brothers, starting with the apostles, the elder bishops, the elders, and to the least brothers. Excuse me. As more time passes, you're going to keep seeing videos of the people sighing and crying. Because it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And we're seeing the worst. Like I said, like that brought out. The First Amendment right was always something in America Babylon that they, for generations they tried to upheld. But now you're seeing there's pushback. Now you're seeing they're changing the laws. Hey, we keep saying it. We're in great times. A lot of things are going to happen. So, righteousness is not in authority. People aren't rejoicing out here. They're mourning. So that's how you know the wicked beareth rule. Let me get this other scripture right quick. Let's see. There we go. This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 12. It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. So a president, a prime minister, a governor, senator, these different positions, especially a president or a prime minister, they're considered to be in a New Age sense kings, all right? So they're the kings of their respective nations. Proverbs 16:12 says what? It is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness. What is Trump doing? And not just Trump. These other, prime ministers and presidents of these countries are doing stuff. But for all intents and purposes right now, we are speaking about Trump. What is he doing? He's pushing in laws and executive orders that's putting a bind that's constricting the citizens of America Babylon. He's putting a lot of things in order that really aren't right when you break them down. So he's committing wickedness. He's pushing wickedness. Wait till he starts pushing. If he's still around, if he's still present, we believe he will be. But wait till he starts pushing that mark of the beast, the RFID chip. Wait till that starts getting pushed and other draconian measures to start getting pushed. You're going to see something different then. This is just the tip of the iceberg of what you saw. There's more coming. That's going to be a whole lot worse. But wait till he starts pushing that. Then you're going to see something. The scripture went on to say, "For the throne is established by righteousness." There's no righteousness here in America, Babylon. So this is what you're getting. You're getting nothing but wickedness. And it's going to continue to get worse until the point where, it's going to be anarchy out here. World War III, Armageddon will be, what's the word? It will be in full effect. Okay, Yahweh Shai will come sometime after that, not too long after that, to rectify things and to bring judgment. We're stepping stones. One domino gets pushed over, the rest start to go down. That's what you were seeing. Proverbs 16:13. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaketh right. The people of America, Babylon, do not love Trump and the things he's doing. He doesn't. He does not have righteous lips. Again, they do not love him. He still has his his people, his followers and stuff. But as time continues, more people in America, Babylon, are disgusted and horrified by the things that's being done. And you see it because there's videos coming up from the Brotherhood showing these things. Hey, again, great times we're living in. And this is going to lead, again, to anarchy. Yahweh Shai said it, that, a kingdom divided against itself, it won't stand. Now, let me get that right quick. I said it, kingdom divided. Dang, where's it? Let me see. I think trying to remember where it's located again. Matthew. Slovakia. Trying to remember where it's located again. Trying to remember. You write that. Let me see. Should be able to get it. Give me a moment. Let me see. I want to get this because I mentioned it. Let me see. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Salaki. I think I spelled kingdom wrong. That's probably why it didn't pop up. Salaki. Sometimes we won't remember all these scriptures and stuff. Sometimes we know the some phrases in it and so forth, so we can try to look it up to find it. But Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing we're seeing this kingdom of America Babylon is divided against itself. You know, just like in that video, you're seeing these different, and especially Edomites. You know, you see some Jakes and Eves too, Israelites, so-called black Hispanics and Native Americans. They're speaking too about the things that's going on. But the core players that rule this kingdom are the Edomites. They're a nation of people. We're seeing them being divided against themselves. And it's great. You know, like that Edomite gentleman was burning the flag. A lot more of those protests are happening. You've seen what's going on with the ICE snatching up Northern Kingdom Israelites and deporting them. You've seen the uproar of the people with that, and how they're picketing, they're rioting, they're protesting. So you're seeing the divide of a kingdom, a nation, America Babylon. That's what you're seeing. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Yahushua said it. And we're seeing the desolation being brought to this place. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. This place will not stand. It's crumbling more and more as time goes on. It's great. Verse 26, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And they use asking a question. How can his kingdom stand? It won't. So, like I said, as more time continues, you're going to see more dominoes falling over. More things are going to continue to happen here in America Babylon that will bring about the end of this place. You know. And again, wait till that RFID chip at Mark of the Beast is officially pushed and being pushed out here on a television, radio, grand scale type of event. Then not much longer before this place is gone. Okay, so that's why I saw when I perceived and watched that video. I pray that was edifying to the flock. I pray someone got something out of that. In closing, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, or HaKodash. Again, double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.